Good morning, traders. This is Shane Scott, the moderator of Newsware's Trade Talk. At Trade Talk, we're providing you with the most up-to-the-minute news on the market, along with the facts, themes, and short-term trading ideas for the day ahead. Joining me today is our trading anchor, Bill Olson, who brings over 30 years of institutional trading knowledge to our program. We're going to get things started with our markets update. U.S. futures are mixed this morning, with S&P futures up 0.02%, Dow futures down 0.04%, and NASDAQ futures up 0.13%. Markets continue to drift today as investors keep watch for comments from the Fed on scaling back stimulus measures. Crude oil was at a 3-week low, but has bounced back on bets that the global recovery will remain intact despite the Delta variant. Treasuries remain mostly unchanged, and the dollar has ticked higher. Gold saw some volatility yesterday, but since then has remained steady. Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic stated Monday that with the stocks at or near records on the back of extraordinary stimulus measures, another strong month or two of employment gains should prompt the central bank to taper asset purchases, and that the Fed should move faster than in past episodes. In regard to the pandemic, there is still some concern that the economic recovery could be derailed, with new coronavirus cases in the U.S. surging to the highest weekly level since early February, with deaths increased the most since December. Over in Europe, stocks have risen to a record high on strong earnings. The Stoxx 600 index climbed for a seventh day. Over in Asia, the stocks rose in Japan, having reopened from holiday, as well as in Hong Kong and China. Bill, what are you seeing as far as market updates?
The S&P futures are marginally higher. This market is really thin. It's thin volume. The range is really tight. I guess I would best describe it as directionless. We're a little positive right now. We were a little negative, and being positive is always a good thing. It's just that the market's struggling to find a catalyst this morning amid the backdrop of the rising coronavirus cases and infections globally. You look at this morning's economic releases, the non-farm productivity growth is expected to slow down modestly in Q2. We're going to have comments from Cleveland Fed Bank president and Chicago Fed Bank president. This may or may not create some volatility. Crude oil is interesting because crude oil is bouncing back from yesterday's sell-off. There's a big report coming out from the U.S. Energy Information Administration that's coming out this morning. There's 2 more monthly oil reports coming out later this week, so that could create some volatility in the oil markets. As you were saying, you were mentioning about Europe. It's a little higher. Asia would seem to have some good moves. We're seeing some big moves in Casper Sleep, AMC Entertainment, and 3D Systems. That was all based on earnings. But right now, I'm kind of waiting for this catalyst to start this movement, to start seeing this market move a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about earnings to watch. Looks like AMC did okay. Bill, why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, AMC did. They did really well. I mean, they beat their estimates by 22 cents. They did it on higher revenue. That's always a big positive. You look at the stock, and AMC is trading higher this morning, so I'm happy to see that. They're up 8.46%. Planet Fitness, PLNT, they missed by 2 cents. They did it on higher revenue. They opened up more stores. Things look very good for them. They got more clients now coming into Planet Fitness, so that's a positive. Stocks unchanged in the pre-market. 3D Systems, that's ticker DDD, David, they missed by 13 cents, but they did it on higher revenue. Stocks up 12.87% this morning. Purple Innovation, that's PRPL, Paul Larry. This is the mattress firm. They missed by 7 cents, but they did it on higher revenue. That's why the stock is up 10.3% this morning. Bally's, that's Bally's Corp, that's ticker BALY, Boy, Apple, Larry, Yellow. They beat by 2 cents on higher revenue. Bally's is unchanged this morning. But that's really what I saw last night. And there wasn't really a whole lot of significant earnings that came out this morning, but it was okay. The earnings were okay last night, Shane.
Let's talk about upcoming earning announcements.
Let's start off with McAfee. This is kind of interesting. This is the security software provider. This could be a good quarter for them. Let's ticker MCFE, Michael Charlie Frank Edward. EPS estimates for them to lose 90 cents. The expected move there is only 1% though. Fubo TV, that's ticker FUBO, Frank Underboy Oscar. The EPS estimate is 23 cents, and the expected move here is 8%. Poshmark, that's ticker POSH, Paul Oscar Sam Henry. EPS estimate there is 5 cents, and the expected move is 15.29%. Ticker PRGO, Paul Richard Grace Oscar. The EPS estimate is 61 cents, and the expected move is 6.42%. And Wendy's is going to be releasing tomorrow morning. That's ticker WEN, the hamburger franchise. Their EPS estimate is 18 cents, and the expected move here is 5.65%.
Moving into our economic reports, Bill, tell us what we're seeing for reports today.
8:30 a.m. we have the productivity and cost numbers coming out, and at 8:55 we have the Johnson Red Book on retail sales being released. 11:30 a.m. we have Cleveland Fed Bank President Loretta Mester. She will be speaking, and at 2:30 p.m. we have Chicago Fed Bank President Charles Evans giving a speech.
Well, moving into our morning's critical insights, starting things off with one on Tesla, ticker TSLA. Tesla sold 32,968 locally manufactured vehicles in July, including 24,347 for export. That compares to 33,155 China-made vehicles, including those for export, sold in June. Domestic sales of China-made vehicles dropped 69% to 8,621 cars in July from 28,138 in the prior month, according to sources. Tesla share price is down 0.11% in pre-market. News on Paymentus, ticker PAY. The company is said to be in talks to buy fintech firm Payveris. Paymentus share price is up 1.36% in pre-market. Other acquisition news, Equifax, ticker EFX, is set to acquire Appriss Insights, a provider of data used in public and workplace safety and law enforcement, for $1.825 billion. Some merger news, Astria Acquisition, Hotel Planner, and Reservations.com have entered a three-way merger. Upon completion of the merger, expected in the fourth quarter of 2021, the combined company will operate as Hotel Planner and trade under NASDAQ under the ticker symbol HOTP. The company's enterprise value is estimated at $567.1 million. News on Amazon, ticker AMZN. Amazon stated that it will pay damages for dangerous goods sold by independent merchants on Amazon.com. In the event of a defective product causing property damage or personal injury, Amazon will directly pay customers for claims under $1,000 at no cost to sellers. Amazon share price is up 0.06% in pre-market. News on Alibaba, ticker BABA. Alibaba has fired a manager accused of sexual assault on Monday. The company has pledged to improve its anti-sexual harassment policy after being under fire, as the victim claimed that the company didn't pay heed to the complaint in the beginning. In other news, Embraer, ticker ERJ, is selling 16 E175 jets to SkyWest, that's ticker SKYW, of Delta Air, ticker DAL. The contract price is $798.4 million, with deliveries starting in mid-2022. Embraer's share price is up 0.76% in pre-market. Elsewhere on the tape, Lightning eMotors, ticker SEV, is building 7,500 buses for Berkshire Hathaway company Forest River for $850 million. Lightning eMotors share price is up 41.34% in pre-market. News on Canadian Pacific Railway, ticker CP. The company is continuing to battle Canadian National Railway, ticker CNI, for the U.S. railroad company Kansas City Southern, ticker KSU. Canadian Pacific has attempted to sweeten the deal in its bid for KSU by offering a renewed bid of $27 billion. Up till now, Canadian National's deal with KSU was supposed to close on August 19th. We'll see how that goes now that another bid is being added. KSU's share price is up 6.45% in pre-market. Lastly, for me, one on DraftKings, ticker DKNG. DraftKings Marketplace, which is an NFT ecosystem designed by DraftKings, is now live and will feature its first preseason access collection to be available later this week. Debut content will include access passes from athletes like Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Tony Hawk, and Derek Jeter. DraftKings share price is up 0.25% in pre-market. Bill, what are you seeing as far as this morning's news?
Well, Shane, I break my news alerts down into specific segments. I'm looking for news on specific sectors like oil. I'm looking for, news on specific events, whether it be contracts or earnings, really just help me, jump in front of the price movement. I'm looking at my FANG sector today. I see Google Cloud is working with Workday. They announced a multi-year strategic partnership this morning. There's also some news out there on Google saying the employees that are based in the same office before the pandemic could see a change in pay if they switch to working from home permanently. News on Apple this morning. They're preparing new iPhones with pro cameras and video upgrades. News on Netflix, ticker NFLX. A federal judge ordered Netflix to face a lawsuit by a former Manhattan prosecutor over her portrayal as a racist and unethical villain in a movie called When They See Us. And Tesla, they really did come up short on their shipments to Chinese-made cars in China. Apparently, a lot of them went over to Europe, though. But overall, China's shipments in July decreased 0.6%. Looking at my Dow Jones 30 alert, the FDA granted a priority review for a new SBLA for Keytruda. McDonald's, news on MCD. Italian antitrust agency is to investigate McDonald's franchise terms. And Walmart, Walmart's got some positive news on it. I see that Bank of America is saying to buy Walmart ahead of various second half catalysts. And that's Walmart was depressed for the first 6 months, but this is really what I thought at the beginning of the year. So I'm very happy to see Walmart's moving from that high 128 to today's 146 price level. Options in terms of the option market, I'm seeing some, good action into earnings. Look at Walt Disney, that's ticker DIS, David India Sam. The option implied volatility is really bid into the quarter results that are coming out on Thursday. Airbnb, that's ticker ABNB, Apple Boy, Nancy Boy. The August weekly implied volatility is bid into the quarterly results in their outlook. Posh, that's Poshmark, ticker POSH. Paul, Oscar, Sam, Henry. Yesterday, we saw call put ratio where we saw 4 calls to every 1 put being traded yesterday. And ticker U, they're coming out with earnings and their call put ratio is 6.2 calls to every 1 put. So that's some interesting activity going into earnings announcements. In terms of events today, RAMP, that's ticker RAMP, Live Ramp Holdings. They're having a shareholders meeting that's supposed to start at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time today. Those are the news events that I'm watching for, Shane.
Moving to our Trade Talk picks for today, I'm picking DraftKings, ticker DKNG. So this is off of the news about their NFT ecosystem, the DraftKings marketplace that is going live and featuring the preseason access collection this week. Really NFT drops is really just buying digital files. So there's not really, a whole lot of overhead on this one, but there's a lot of hype behind it, and overall the NFT market, it already made over $2.5 billion in sales for the first half of 2021. So it's got some momentum behind it. Off of the history alone is a good reason why they could probably get some traders excited and see some gains today in the market off of the news of them going live with this market. So that's my pick. What's yours looking like, Bill?
Going with Fubo TV, it's ticker FUBO, Frank Underboy Oscar. I'm expecting to see this stock move higher into this afternoon's earnings release. The brokers are mainly positive on the stock. I'm not seeing big name brokers, but the brokers that are there, are positive on it. I see that the calls are active. Yesterday had a call put ratio of 3.1 calls to every 1 put. I saw a recent Wells Fargo interview with the CEO where he said, in terms of guidance, I think we've been pretty good at guidance so far. We have beat and raised guidance now for 3 quarters that we've been listed on the NYSE, and that's tough to do for a company that's only 6 years old. So I take that as a positive statement about this coming earnings release. So I'm going with Fubo TV, that's ticker FUBO today.
Well, let's talk about what's hot off the press. So this is the news that's hitting this tape as we speak. It'll be moving the stocks today. Getting into it, Bill, which headline should traders know about?
Cisco, that's ticker SYY, Sam Yellow. Cisco released earnings with a beat of 11 cents on higher revenue just now. Here's one on Abbott Labs, it's ticker ABT, Alpha Boy Tom. Cardinal Health partners with Abbott Labs and QDel to offer rapid over-the-counter COVID-19 tests.
News on Philip Morris, ticker PM. Philip Morris International said today that it has switched its bid for the UK asthma drug maker Vectura Group, ticker VEC.L, to a takeover offer from a scheme of arrangement. The move will increase the certainty of its execution.
Here's one on Wells Fargo, ticker WFC. William Frank Charlie, Wells Fargo chairman Charles Noski is set to retire. Stephen Black to succeed him. Here's one on Huntington Ingalls. That's ticker HII. Herald India. They just did a pact with the U.S. Navy for a 5-year contract totaling $273 million.
Alta Equipment, ticker ALTG, has just signed a dealer agreement with Nikola.
T-Mobile, that's T-Mus, ticker Tom, Michael, under Sam. They just announced a proposed offering of senior secured notes.
Extreme Networks, ticker EXTR, a cloud-driven networking company, has stated that it has an intention to acquire newly created iPain Maytech SAS, which is a software-defined wide area networking division of Infovista.
Ticker HD, Home Depot, they opened 3 new distribution centers.
Blackstone Group, ticker BX, has entered into a partnership with Harmony Biosciences, ticker HRMY, to finance Harmony with up to $330 million. Here's a quick stock watch. Casper Sleep, ticker CSPR, has dropped 10% in pre-market to $6.25 after Q2 results and Q3 guidance. Anything else interesting for you, Bill?
No, that's all I'm seeing today.
Same here. So that'll do it for what's hot at the press. Traders, you can receive the same breaking stories we do simply by subscribing at newsware.com. Check us out and get a free trial. Moving into our scoreboard, talking about how our picks did from Monday. I had Axsome Therapeutics, ticker AXSM. It opened at $33, and we thought that we hit the bottom floor at that point, and we knew this was a risky move, but it didn't. So it went down to $27.37 at the close for a 17% drop further. It seems like it might have reached the bottom now, as in pre-market. So I think it's just one we're gonna have to watch and see. How did yours end up doing, Bill?
I did Planet Fitness on an earnings. The numbers were good. Everything looked good, but they went short on their 2021 guidance, and that was the issue for the stock. But during the day, the stock opened at 75.48, it hit a high at 75.76. But the stock wound up closing at 74.26 cents. So it was not the best pick this week.
Well, that's going to do it for us here at Trade Talk. But traders, you know what to do. Let's get out there. Let's make some green.